There must be a way to open it from the inside.
It's locked.
Alright, let's try the handle and turn it upwards.
Upward? Only eternal soul. It worked.
What?
Ah,
That worked?
thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
You sure you're okay to travel? Because you didn't know how to open that door.
Sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck, I guess.
Thanks a lot, mister.
She's gonna die. Welcome back, all you agents, to the Outer Worlds. And if I remember last time, I got the pass to go to Monarch. I saved this guy, and I also became a war criminal for anti-something company. Yeah. So otherwise it was another productive day. These guys were definitely from the circus. Anyways, I'm gonna see if this guy will... If I remember correctly, that was a spaceship last time I saw it. Now it's not. What happened to your ship?
You saved me the cost of ammunition. Thanks, pal.
That does not answer. Can you talk? I guess not. I'll just be going then. Oh yeah. I need to go take down those apes. And check out what... Wait.
All right, hushing up.
Butterscotch? I do not like that. It has a name. If it has a name, it must be a boss. That or something that I should not be taking on. So that means I'm totally gonna take it on.
Alright, here we go.
Execute. Execute. Alright, boys, head on in.
Right. Dance.
Come on, we can take them down. Dang it. You're getting a bit close there.
Way to go, Cap! Nice hit.
Not this gun. This seems better. Electrocute, electrocute. Come on. Let's, knock you down. And knockdown. Oh, we're at a good range. Did they just full heal? This may be more problematic than I originally thought. I'll take that hide though. Okay. Game plan. I'll snipe the little ones first, then I'll take down the one with the name, and then I'm gonna check what's in that bunker. Execute.
Go!
Alright, there goes one. Now we retreat a bit. Come on, Felix. Get back up. Good, you're dead. Blind you. I am not here. Do not think I am here. Let's reload this thing. Electrocute. Come on. Keep the beam on him. Take some drugs. Slow-mo it. Blind him. Knock down him. And finish him off. You're not dead yet. You're not dead yet. Take him down. Take him down. No. I'm not dying like this. Come on. Stop blocking. Yes. He's dead. Primal hide. You had a lighter on you? Service award, some jewelry, a pocket watch, electro-charged surface. Armor modification, ammo, a dead eye, and some Adrena time. I feel like that's a good enough haul from killing that thing. Protecting. Combat drone. Ash primal? Wait, they can mutate like that? I do not like the primals. Items. Oh, hello, sir. I'll be taking your armor. It seems like a good sell. They'd have to be protecting this for a reason. So I'm going to use these things. Armor parts, speed grip, mag 2 power, bits, weapon parts, ammo, gun parts. Yeah, that seems good haul for killing a bunch of primals. Bypass shunt. Yeah, definitely a good haul. I don't think I read this. Good thing I didn't read it. Alright, so where would he be? I'm gonna look around here for a bit. If don't find anything, I'll just skip ahead. I've also noticed that I can talk to you.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I'd really like to get back there.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, that's not... We just don't. You did help fix the radiators. I know Commandant Sunita's grateful for that. Maybe if you cleared an open bounty, that'd be enough for a thank you tour.
I could take a bounty?
All right.
Tell me more about these bounties.
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
Bounties, now. Fine. I'll be back with the one person and then see if I can get back there. I guess for right now, let's head to Monarch.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Wait, they bill you for it? Oh, in that case, I can just do it anywhere. It's not really a punishment if they're not punishing me. Jump. Almost. Almost there.
Nope.
Warning, dangerous. Cascadian landing pad. Stellar Bay landing pad. Oh well, let's check out Stellar Bay first.
Is a match for my piloting skills.
Alright, team. Monarch. So this is Stellar Bay. You guys have anything to say about this place? Alright. Yeah, I'll take the fast way down. Hello, sir! No, sir, I am not high, are you? Excuse me, sir, is your name High?
I don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Oh. Takes more than a few gunships to scare me.
Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Wait, I thought that other place made sal tuna. Sure, I'll give you my real name. I am Big
Well,
Nos.
There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot.
Raptidons?
But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly.
Just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Are you saying the board's been lying?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject.
What happened to your eye?
Kinda goes over my head, though.
I'm gonna have a look.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Yeah, I'll tell him.
And if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself.
Ooh.
Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sounds pretty
I
valuable.
couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Well, I have to do a nice thing every once in a while. I can't just kill every community I see. Alright, where is this? There it is. Grim Tomorrow. Is it in here?
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
You seem like a nicer company owner.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, he asked me about it.
Sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
I overheard you saying about money
He's
trouble.
not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
You normally do that?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Okay. Why are you buying so
I
much?
can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type.
Please tell me he's a robot.
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a
I
date.
couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
What do you see in him?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll see you later. So, are you the boss?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Okay. That's very generous.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I don't know what to say. I'll just say I'm on my own.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for salt tuna.
It could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Aww. What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
To the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
Oh.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Oh. And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
Okay, I understand where he's getting at. So what do you need?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true. Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure out you need to defend your city?
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This will be interesting. If I get an ally in the board and wipe out all the other members of the board, and these people would be out of the way, so I could just have my own planets. Sounds useful.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you until you said the phrase extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush.
What's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in.
Move your walls?
These days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Oh, I've dealt with them before. I'll go get it for you.
I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Or I could keep it. I need to ask you something.
For you?
I'm at Grim Landing Pad Guard.
And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I gotta go. That's all I wanted to say. He deserves it. I mean, you don't really get much respect being the guard of a landing pad. Usually the first person you meet shoots you. I speak from experience. Oh, that's the gas giant. It's awesome. Alright, so I have to go over there and pick up a weapon.
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
We gotta go
Yeah.
exploring. I want to see some savages.
Well, you're about to see some more savages today. Boy, do I have a treat for you. Savages are so easy to kill. I mean, just look at this.
Got him, boss.
Oh, hi. You okay, buddy? Alright, after we get the stuff, we'll go back and sell all this stuff to their company. A lot of raptidons. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go melee with these guys. Here we go, boys! You really thought you'd take me down. Smack. There's a lot more than I thought. And I need some more help. Do you mind stopping that? Smack! Smack! Yep, I'm okay. You okay? That was a lot more raptidons than I thought. But I guess we'll truck on. And even more raptidons. Great.
Just like in the serials.
Looks like we're doing this.
Let's just electrocute this one. Start up with a shotgun. Blast ya. Blast ya. Alright, they're all dead. You know, when they said they had a Raptidon and Marauder problem, I expected more Marauders than Raptidons. Alright, I guess this is the building. And I can't get in. A Colossus. I'm not here. I'm not here. Let's go around the back way, see if there's a back entrance. Guess not. Alright, we're gonna have to head back after we kill the Colossus, I guess. Alright, it's dead. We just head back and, can I get up there? If I, hold on. Huh. Park on my way up.
Huh? Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots?
Yes. I don't think they figured that out yet.
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mantiqueen showed up. Then Raptidon, who's a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and, now the door's locked. Little help?
You got locked in?
It's easier than it sounds, alright? Next time you get chased by Raptidons, you let me know the rationality of your decisions.
Well, I need to get in that room anyways.
Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
I think I know where he is. There must be a way to open it from the inside.
It's locked.
Alright, let's try the handle and turn it upwards.
Upward? Oh, my eternal soul, it worked.
What? That worked?
Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
You sure you're okay to travel? Because you didn't know how to open that door.
Sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Good luck, I guess.
Thanks a lot, mister.
She's gonna die. Alright, let's loot this place. And then we'll make sure she gets home safely. Thanks for all the loot.
Fresh sulfur. Good to be outside.
All right. Communications. Hack it. Hack it. And I guess delete it. That was the goal. Don't really have a problem with these people. So far they haven't been dicks or anything otherwise. Can I open the door from this side? No, I don't want to use that. Alrighty then. Guess we're gonna have to head out the same way we head in. And a lot of bits on the ground. Is this like a bit storage area? Alright. Logic tells me there's a lot of bits in there. So I'm gonna waste these 3 on it. Leaded armor, ammo, ammo, ammo. 95 bits and a necklace. I wasn't wrong. There was a lot of bits in there. Not as much as I hoped, but still a lot of bits. Alright, time to head back. Acrophobia. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well with the ground is far beneath you. Afraid of heights? Yeah, it's the fear of heights. No. Again, another one of those things out of principle.
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
Exploring some ruins, killing some monsters. All we're missing is theme music.
Well, if you come up with any good theme music, I'd be glad to hear. Nothing wrong with killing an entire community with theme music. Ah, the glories.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's.
Yeah.
What can I get you?
Okay.
All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Sell you 33 steaks.
A fine day for business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what can I do for you?
I got what you needed. I found the review on the terminal.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Sorry, it was already open.
Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
You left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now.
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
And you've made it work. That's more than what they could say.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
I also deleted it.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
How... Sounds like you were sending me after a weapon.
But that's exactly what this is. The world isn't changed with guns and speeches, much as Graham and his followers would like to think, but rather with meticulous documentation.
Hearing that caused me physical pain.
Sorry, Celia's always chiding me about my word choice. I shall endeavor to employ simpler verbiage. And the bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 is one of the most formidable pieces of data entry in all of Halcyon. One false stroke can invalidate the entire document.
It's true. One of the old execs gave herself a stroke trying to fill out the exemption section.
What does it do
For
exactly?
our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
What? They will get their comeuppance.
Wait, we're dropping a bomb on the board?
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
I like this
Oh,
plan.
really? Whatever gets you excited about the idea. It's Definitely a firm middle finger.
Yes. I can definitely get behind
That's
that.
what I like to hear. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally
Ooh.
and in secret.
The board just can't let Monarch go, huh?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sly dog.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is
I'll accept
operating
you in the
here,
board
then
if I
Catherine is
ever
almost certainly supplying them
become
out
their
of
leader
Fallbrook.
or something.
Perhaps she would be convinced to tell you where they are.
I know how to make people talk.
Oh, I imagine you do. But as much as I love
do they have to be
your
alive
can-do
to talk?
attitude and
I'm
dangerous
unsure.
gravitas, Catherine handles all of our shipments. So it would be best if you could leave her in one piece. Is that how you people put it?
Watch out with the you people.
Of course. I didn't mean to make assumptions. Once you
Big Nos does not like
subtly work
these
out where this
accusations.
corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Okay. Sure, kidnap the staff.
A
Easy.
foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
Execution? I'm looking for an
Hiram?
information broker.
Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get there?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
It doesn't really matter. Okay, I have
Then
some
it's good
questions.
that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did you get kicked off the board in the 1st
I've
place?
asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
This is why you can't trust
It's
them.
true, the board has treated us unfairly, but I'd always envisioned that things could be different.
How?
For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Oh. I see they put the best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not you, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward thinking.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope
Okay.
you treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Word of advice, Sanjar. If Parvati's got something to say, you do well to listen close.
Yeah.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
using the board's own tools against them.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
I hope you gave them the
In a
finger.
manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's low.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, they'll own your dignity too.
Yeah.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Seems to me anything's better than a corporate yoke.
I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Just be careful, the board doesn't mess around.
Oh, believe me, I've learned that much. But I'm also not going to leave MSI at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Nice. I'll talk about something else. Let us go. Well, I know whose side I'm on. But I guess for now, I'm gonna have to leave it off. After I see what this guy's panicking about.
Please, I need your help. I can pay.
Pay?
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, and I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Where'd you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes
I
said
wouldn't
this is the
say
man
that.
to save your little Tucky, and I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
I'll help you.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Alright, but we're gonna have to save that off for next time. I hope your little boy can survive that long. So anyways, like, subscribe, all that stuff. This is Agent Owen, signing off.